Hello traders, this is Day Trader Matt with businesswithtrading.com doing an E-mini trading room recap for the 14th of April, Monday, and today was another good day in the markets. The markets did gap up a little bit, gapped up over the 1820 level that I talked about this weekend in the weekend analysis. Very, very interesting. Our first trade happened down here. We took a small long and we were able to take profit as it started to roll over. Then we watched the market come down a little bit more, and we did get long over here, which we did take some profit on. Then kind of watched the market chop a little bit more and got long again over here, and we rode that up a little bit, taking some profits, and then the market just kept going higher. And you know, it is what it is. A lot of times, and the majority of the time, you know, you're going to get into trades and you're not going to get the total amount of the move from the low here to the high here. You know, it's not going to be all the time that you're going to get the high and the low, or you know, even that close. We like to take a large percentage out of, you know, but it turned out that something else was actually playing out. I was looking at resistance to be up here, and you know, obviously we hit it a little bit, and the market did sell down a little, but then it just broke through and went higher. So, you know, sometimes the markets are going to do something different than what we expect, you know, because the market is always going to do what it does. You know, it's not going to do something just because we want it to, unless we just have piles of money behind it. And you know, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars would have to be behind it to actually control the market. I wouldn't want to do that anyway. You know, but to each their own. Anyway, that's basically what we did in the markets, and we kind of just watched everything this last little bit and ended up closing the room right around here. You know, just because I didn't really see much happening, and you see the market did come up, come down. It just was choppy into 12 o'clock. You know, does that happen all the time? Definitely not. You know, I've closed the room before around 11:30, and then the market just took off, and you know, flew up about 10-15 points before 12 o'clock. That's happened. That's not very typical, but it happens from time to time, you know. And I just say that because, you know, we're not always right on the market. I'm not always right on the market. I never claim to be, but, you know, I still feel I should talk about it. You know, just because, you know, I see all this stuff out there on the internet. You'd be right 90% of the time, you know, work a couple hours a day and make millions in the market. You know, that is really a pipe dream. You know, to be right 90% of the time, all the time, every week you're 90% right, that's not going to happen. You know, that's just ludicrous. You know, and you know, that's not my style. I don't believe in, you know, selling software just for the sake of selling software. And I think software should be free. That's why I use Thinkorswim. You know, I don't believe that. You know, I don't believe in hyping things. That's why I don't really do a lot of, you know, interviews and webinars, because, you know, I don't want to hype stuff. You know, it is what it is. I do what I do, and you can like what I do or not. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, I don't make my living off of just a trading room or a newsletter or anything like that. You know, and that's why, to me, my time is a little bit more valuable elsewhere. Yeah, I want to help people, and that's what the site's about. But at the same hand, you know, I still need to do for myself and my family and stuff like that. Anyway, hopefully, you know, what I talked about made some sense. I jumped around a little bit, but that's how I like to do these videos. Just, you know, no script, just talk, and you know, I get good feedback, so I'm going to keep doing it this way. But anyway, you can always leave comments below the video if you want. You can email me directly as well, support@businesswithtrading.com. Thanks for watching. Have an excellent rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.